Hey everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to another movie review. Oh, the intro was not good. Hey everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to another movie review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Mario movie. So I just went to go see that last night, and I never really know how to do these movie reviews. I want to be able to do the movie review without spoiling anything. How do I do that without spoiling anything from the movie? Is really ultimately my goal with a movie review. I don't want to ruin it. In my opinion, modern day trailers show too much. Sometimes, for instance, when I went to, obviously, this is not going to be a great example because the movie was not very good. Secrets of Dumbledore. Before I went to go see Secrets of Dumbledore, I went with a friend of mine and we watched the trailer beforehand. And I literally told him, I was like, look, I'm going to count how many moments from the trailer I see in the movie, like, and where they were. And literally, the trailer showed you, like, pretty much all the major points in the movie. I wouldn't say all the major points, but, like, if you watch the trailer and then I told you the story of what happened in the movie, you'd be like, oh, yeah, that could have made sense based on what I saw in the trailer. But that is a topic for a whole nother video itself. Today I want to be reviewing the Mario movie. So first, let me kind of just talk about the experience. So I think it came out yesterday, or it came out the 6th, came out Thursday. Well, technically today is Saturday, so it came out on Thursday. I went to go see it on Friday. I was actually surprised. The only reason I even went to go on on Friday instead of Thursday is it's not that I don't like the midnight release stuff. My sleep schedule's been kind of fucked up, so I've been getting up really early in the morning. Right now is, well, I say really early, it's 6:30 right now, but I was up at about 5:40, 6 o'clock, 5:30, 5:40, somewhere around there. And because I'm about to start streaming some more South Park Stick of Truth. But anyway, I didn't want to go to a super late showing, so I picked 7 o'clock yesterday. And honestly, it was a really nice time. There was a ton of people at the movie theater. That's one nice thing about going to see the movies is I like to talk during, like, the trailers and stuff. And kind of like to crack jokes and stuff. And also just kind of generally talk about stuff that's coming up. That's the one reason I do like going to the movies. Is you, especially at the GTX or IMAX or whatever you guys have. Those are the only two that I know of. The GTX and the IMAX, which I don't know what the difference is between the IMAX and the GTX, but where I live, one theater has the GTX, another theater has the IMAX. The IMAX seats are fucking terrible, let me tell you. They are terrible. Because most of the theaters, so that one theater got built near where I live, I think I talked about it in my Way of the Water, after our Way of the Water review, and they had reclining seats, and that changed the whole game, and then everybody was putting reclining seats in their nice theaters. And even the theater that's next over by me, I don't think it has like a GTX or IMAX or whatever. It just happens to be located like, oh man, my hair is all fucked up, but whatever. The theater that's close to me, I don't think they have like a GTX or IMAX or anything, which is kind of strange, but it's really well located, like in the middle of my city. And so it still gets a pretty decent business. Luckily, none of the theaters around me closed down due to COVID, which is really nice because I would have felt really bad if that had happened. But anyway, so yeah, I like to talk during the trailers. I can't help it. I've always been that way. Like when I went to go see not Halloween Ends, Halloween Kills. Me and my dad, we sat in one of the upper rows, and we were just kind of talking about the movie the whole time. And I was like, there's just no way. I mean, that's obviously not Michael Myers. Shit like that. But one thing that was weird, I felt kind of bad. I don't know what had caused a lot of parents to leave. I'll be honest. The movie was a bit odd, I will say that. The story was a little weird. But overall, if you're a fan of Illumination, which was the studio that animated the movie, they did stuff like Secret Life of Pets and the Despicable Me series, which includes anything Minion related, which I'm not a fan of them, but they are kind of funny, so I they're kind of wacky. So I'm like, well. And actually, out of all of the Illumination movies, the only one I've actually seen is Secret Life of Pets. But to be fair, I got shanghaied into that, and then everybody else fell asleep, and me and one of my other friends were the only ones. Me and the one other guy that didn't want to watch the movie were the only ones that stayed awake to watch the movie. So if you're a fan of that kind of animation style, it's right up your alley. It was really well animated. I thought everything looked pretty good, and honestly, all the voice actors did a really good job. The only thing that I was a little disappointed on was I just wished that Anya Taylor-Joy was Jennifer Lawrence, because it kind of fit with all the other actors. Like, she's already worked with Chris Pratt. She's a little bit older. I actually don't know how old Anya Taylor-Joy is, so can't really say. But she did a fantastic job as Peach. Honestly, by the end of the movie, I was like, okay, you know what? She did a fantastic job, and I like her as an actor, as an actress, actor or actress. I don't think it really matters all that much. If you haven't seen, speaking of her, if you haven't seen The Menu, I think it's on either HBO Max or Amazon Prime Video. It's one of those two. But if you haven't seen The Menu, that's a fantastic movie. I don't really know. I don't want to call it a mid-budget kind of thriller or suspense movie, but yeah, go check it out if you guys haven't. I highly recommend it. Well, I say highly. It was pretty good. I'd say it's definitely a 6 or 7 out of 10. Above average, for sure. Not perfect or amazing, but definitely right in that alley of what I used to consider like mid-budget thrillers or suspense movies. Very good though. I enjoyed it. But yeah, so the animation quality was really good. The voice acting was phenomenal. I know Seth Rogen's already said he doesn't really do a voice, so really it was just Seth Rogen playing Donkey Kong. But I actually thought it worked really well. I was a little nervous. Keegan did an amazing job as Toad. I mean, you literally could not tell it was him. Like, he did a fantastic job. He's always been good at voices. Well, I say he's always been good at voices, but this proved it because he did a fantastic job as Toad. And overall, I thought that the story was actually not too bad. I thought it was pretty cool. Fans of the original, any fans, older fans of the original live-action Super Mario Brothers movie, I think there's a lot to like here for you guys. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't give away too much of the movie. Spoiler-free section, 10-minute spoiler-free section, or kind of like 8 minutes because the intro was a little fucked up. But anyway. Overall, yeah, what would I rate the Mario movie? I don't even know what I would rate it. It's hard for me to rate it because I feel like 8 is too high, but also, like, 6 might be a little too low for me. I thought it was a little short. I thought it was kind of hoped to be a little bit longer. And honestly, the story was a bit odd, so there was kind of that. And you guys would totally understand what I mean if you go and see it. Honestly, so what would I rate it? Like a 7.5 out of 10? I think that's pretty good. The music, that's the other thing. The music was great. I mean, like I said, I don't want to spoil it, so if you guys see it, you'll go and see it, you'll understand what I mean. Or whenever you guys get a chance to watch it, you'll know what I mean. The music was fantastic. The animation was fantastic. The voice acting, I think there were some odd casting choices, but overall, I think it was pretty good. I liked Chris Pratt and Charlie Day. I think did a pretty good job as Mario and Luigi. For a lot of the time, you really couldn't tell it was Chris Pratt, but then he'd say something, and you're like, I can hear the Pratt in his voice. Oh, if you're British, that definitely means something different. But anyway, yeah. So I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10, which is pretty good. I think maybe the story was a little bit better, and if the story was a little bit more to my liking, I think I probably would have given it an 8 out of 10. I don't really see any movie ever being able to be a perfect 10 out of 10. What even is a 10 out of 10 movie? I don't think any movie's ever really been a 10 out of 10. Nothing can ever be 10 out of 10, because 10 out of 10 is perfect, and nothing can ever be perfect. I guess that's it for the spoiler-free section. I guess I could do a spoiler section, so Hey everybody, this is going to be a spoiler section where I talk about stuff specifically from the movie that will ruin the movie for you if you don't or haven't seen it and you plan to see it. I probably would not watch this next portion. So yeah. Anyway, welcome to the spoiler section, everybody. Spoiler warning again. Last chance to click off the movie. Anyway, so one person that I did not like was, as far as voice acting, was actually Jack Black as Bowser. I'll be 100% honest. I was super hyped off the beginning. I was like, oh snap, the portion from the trailer where he comes to the penguin castle and burns it down to get the what you find out to be the star. And they called it something like the Superstar, the Megastar, or something like that. I'd never heard of that. I just always called it a star. So the movie itself references a lot of the newer games, like the new Super Mario Brothers that was on the Switch and the Wii U. It references Mario Kart 8, the new Mario Kart. I don't know if it referenced Mario Party. I can't really remember. There was a moment when I kind of fell asleep, but I was a little tired, so I would fall asleep for like 5 or 10 minutes just listening, like not even falling asleep, but I would like close my eyes and I would just be listening. It helped because I needed that 15-minute power nap. Let me tell you. Just kidding. But one time I did fall asleep in the movies. I went to go see Harry Potter and the what would it have been? It would have been Order of the Phoenix. So I went to go see Order of the Phoenix, and I was really young. I was probably like 10, 11 at the time. Yeah, I'd probably been about 10 or 11. And the seats we were in were these, like, not this kind of race car seat, like gaming seat, but like an actual race car seat that had like little like dividers that like, came out to here. I just remember falling asleep and waking up when they're in the Department of Mysteries. And I was like, holy shit, I missed the whole movie. Like, legitimately missed, like, pretty much, like, the whole movie, honestly. But at least I woke up for, like, the best part of that movie, so... Which is the Department of Mysteries. Like, welcome to the Department of Mysteries. Who knows what lies beyond these doors, Mr. Potter? Just kidding. They never say that, but... Anyway, I mean, it's Jack Black, so you know Jack Black's in it, you're like, there's gonna be some singing. Which there was. And, of course, he kills it, because he's an amazing singer. He's an amazing musician, just in general, I'd say. And he's fantastically talented, but I felt like he was sorely misused as Bowser. Which is weird, because I thought everybody else was... They used everybody else... They used every other character really well, and then Bowser just... His motivation felt wrong. Like, it was... I don't know. I mean, I guess in the games he's always kidnapping Peach. But I guess the idea is he wants her to be his queen or whatever. But it just felt weird. Like, my hope is that they're planning a sequel movie, because they definitely set it up. I wouldn't say they set it up to have a sequel, but they've kind of set it up where they have the room to do a sequel movie. Me and one of my friends, Kyle, we are both hoping that they're planning to do a Smash Brothers universe type thing. So they've already got the Sonic movies, which I need to watch those. I've heard they're really good, especially the second Sonic movie. I need to go watch them. I've heard they're fantastic movies, and I've just kind of been putting them off for a while. But we're kind of hoping that they do like a Smash Brothers universe or something. There was a post-credit scene. Let's talk about that post-credit scene, shall we? The Yoshi egg. Yoshi! Blump. Sorry, I know this kind of stuff. Hey, Yoshi! Oh, fuck, I was boiling water in the kitchen. Anyway, the Yoshi post-credit scene. That was awesome, dude. Everybody got super hyped for it. Everybody was like, woo, Yoshi! And I was hyped. That's what makes me excited for the fact that they've at least set it up where they're like, oh, we got this Yoshi egg. We're definitely doing Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World movie. At least that's my hope, is that they kind of do something like that, where Yoshi pops up in the sequel. I assume because the Sonic movie at least got a second movie, the Mario Brothers movie will at least get a second movie, and Nintendo has so many IPs, they could easily do a lot of different movies. I'm just saying, I may not be the biggest Minions or Despicable Me fan, but I cannot deny that the animation style that they use and the quality that they put out for movies is top tier. Easily 9 out of 10. Like I said, I don't think anything's perfect. It's hard for me to determine what is perfect, because something better might come along and be even better than that. And how is that better than perfect? But easily a 9 out of 10 from Illumination. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It was only an hour, like about an hour and 45 minutes-ish. It started around like 7:15, and we got out about 8:50, 9 o'clock if you watch the whole credits for the post-credit scene. And so yeah, I definitely would tell you guys to go watch it for sure if you haven't seen it. Like I said, there was a spoiler section in there for sure. Like I said, the movie's a 7.5 out of 10 for me. I think anything that is 6 is above average. A 7, I think a 7.5 is good for where it was. It's an introduction movie, so it was kind of all over the place. My hope is that maybe they'll come back and do some other movies. I don't really know what they can do. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what Nintendo Creative comes up with, because they always tend to come... They're a very creative company, and they always are trying to innovate and do something different. So yeah, that's it for my Mario movie review. Like I said, I recommend you guys go and watch it, and I don't like to do subscriber shilling, but if you want to subscribe. You know, you just hit that little button. I don't post movies. I don't post videos all the time, but when I do, you know, I just do it for fun. So I'm not going to be blowing up your feed with a bunch of stupid videos you don't want to watch. Yeah, and that's it.